Okay, so as I mentioned before, need to model the hand properly. So I did sculpt before, and I just actually chop up the hand from the body. So this is my previous hand, and I give them a different poly group and split poly group. So I got my hand separate subtool. Okay, so and then I got my new geometry, like scanned hand from the 3D scan store. So I'm gonna use it. It comes with all the hand. Well, in fact, I can just use this hand maybe, but well, I just wanna use their texture really, and not the geometry. Although hand is quite universal, I can maybe just plug in and use it, but since I'm a modeler, so I just want to use my own hand. So I got my two hands, and I need to line this up in order to make the giraffe working properly. So scale this up and then match the position as close as I can. Okay, so about the same size. Okay, so when the lineup is done, I need to reorder my subtool. So the original hand from my sculpting goes all the way on the top, and then the scanned hand goes to second. Okay, and go back to the subdivision 1 and launch the G-Wraps. G-Wrap here. Start G-Wrap. Okay, and we're simply just click the point just like before. So wrapping is done, and my hand looks just like the scanned hand. So I'll be transferring my texture using X normal. Before I do, I still have my details in my subdivision, like higher subdivision level. So I can move brush, using move brush to moving the surface around, because it's still subdivision 1, and then I can like adjust this mesh to get more cleaner details. So just quickly adjust it wherever I can. And I can always lead project it using a ZBrush projection. So just relax the wireframe where it has any stretches. so what this base mesh is done, I will export this one out to my desktop. And then since this is like different position and scale compared to original, I need to export this out as well. So scan the hand and export. Okay, so before I using XNOWARD to transfer texture, obviously I need to adding UVs because this was like automatically generated by a G retuple. So I gotta adding proper UV on this hand. I mean, the body mesh was supposed to be the placeholder, but hand was kind of planned to reworked, and then this is time to need to do the proper work. Topology wise, it can be better, but I will just use it. It's not the best approach, but it's like not very focused area, so we'll be just using the this temporary wireframe. Okay, so UVs and just automated UVs, or nothing fancy, just to merge everything by moving cell edges, and then cut the wire for each fingers. Cut the fingers. And then this I have a palm and 5 fingers. I need to cut the side seam. So this will be this one. Cut. And another one here. Cut, and just like this. It's no need to be like very nice UVs. Really always great to spend some time and then do the proper UVs, but basically any UVs that we can get proper projection will do in this case. So hit Ctrl U to unwrap the using the unfold tool, which is Ctrl U, and rail UVs. I'll try using another algorithm, maybe free rotation. Cut some of those area in between the fingers, so I can get two planes. Ctrl U. Okay, so this is what I got, and I can actually merge it back this area since I got the on map, so move it some edges and preview. Okay, so this is my hand and then those fingers. The orientation of the UV isn't very important, honestly, but it's just my habit to make it like proper orientation for each UVs. So it's up to you. Okay, so this is my hand UVs. I'll make that a bit closer. Okay, and yeah, I'm using this one to transfer the UV from scanned mesh to this mesh, and then also export this base subdivision 1 geometry to ZBrush, so I can bake a displacement map. So running the XNormal and plug in high definition meshes, right click and add meshes, and then click the one that I export from the ZBrush, scanned hand. Also plug in the texture. And the low definition meshes is the one that I just added with, which is this one. And the breaking option, just check the base texture and then set the destination. So hand texture, color. Let's say just diffuse. Add diffuse. And then anti-aliasing should be 4, which is slightly better quality. And then let's just click generate maps. Okay, so map has been generated. I'm gonna do the same thing for other utility maps. So hand textures are all baked, and it's time to update my hand sculpting. So I'm gonna import my hand I collect all the texture under project folder under source images. So import this displacement baked texture maps and need to flip V. Okay, and plug in under displacement map tab and display on. Before I do, I need to have UVs and texture and increase the intensity a little bit. So it hasn't been converted, so whatever I do, it won't be affected this texture map here. So let's make it 0.005. Okay, so I'm gonna update my sculpting based on current details that driven by these maps. I will adding a couple more subdivision, so about 5 million should be good enough. So create layer. Yeah, so from here, I'll just keep update my base sculpture. So this detail and my base geometries, base sculpture kind of works better. Okay, so I'm gonna continue sculpting, and when everything is done, I will bake a kind of finer displacement map. So hand sculpting is almost done. I'm gonna bake this displacement map onto this model. So just a few more wrinkle integration. Without displacement looks very harsh and sometimes quite rough, but it's okay because we're gonna see them together with the those detailed displacement later. And all these fine details are usually comes from those scanned maps. I mean, you can manually sculpting them. I mean, people are doing that and then there's no problem with it, but it just takes a lot more time than this. So I do, when I can, have sufficient time, but not for this case. So mostly just integration between the joint wrinkles and base sculpture. Just make them slightly deeper where it needs, and refine the overall hand structure. A lot of this area won't be seen much, so I need to stop somewhere from here. Okay, so create new layer and displacement map, and then increase the intensity a little bit. I was intentionally lower down the intensity so I can see the base sculpture a bit better. So 0.03 seems works. So I'm gonna bake with this intensity. So just simply apply display map, and this is my actual geometry now. So need to do a tiny bit of further adjustment. This is a young female, so I don't want to make it too deep. almost done. We'll make it back for further sculpting, but you see. So I'm going to duplicate this hand and we just bake everything. Just bake all. And under the zip plugin, in Multimap Explorer, export option, and just turn on everything. The same setting with the other parts, but this time I'm gonna use Subdivision 3, which carries more base details. Subdivision 3 seems good. So set this 3, and the rest should be fine. So just create all maps, and then under source images, their hands, the same. Okay, so it's gonna make a displacement map. So I'm gonna export out this Subdivision 3 geometry for my hand, and all the maps should be ready. Okay, so all maps are created, and well, all maps just single items, but I export this hand mesh, Subdivision 3. Okay, so everything should be ready.